everyone, it's me Kulsum Ahmed. I'm here with the topic 10 opportunities due to COVID-19. While there is no way to tell exactly what the economic damage from the global COVID-19 novel coronavirus pandemic will be, there is widespread agreement among economists that it will have severe negative impacts on the global economy. No outdoor activities, no flights, no trains, 6 feet distance from others that we have to maintain, no public transport, closed markets, parks, offices, and other public spots. All economic activities got simply crippled. But why? Because it is time to fight with an invisible enemy, COVID-19. All over the world, the deadly virus is affecting lives of people irrespective of any discrimination between rich or poor or young and old. The World Health Organization has officially declared the outbreak a pandemic. Countries are imposing strict measures to control the spread of coronavirus. Because of all those strict measures, we are facing a loss in sales revenues, we are facing macroeconomic instability, human capital is also suffering in terms of health and education, as schools and educational institutions are also closed since Feb 2020. And tourism industry has also suffered, and transport industry, because there is complete ban on inside the country and outside the country transports. So borders are also closed. We have lost 60% of our wildlife in the last 50 years, while the number of new infectious diseases have quadrupled in the last 60 years. It is no coincidence that the destruction of ecosystem has coincided with a sharp increase in such diseases. Due to unemployment, people may go for hunting wild animals and birds, and due to ban on tourism and hotel industry, wild animals may have loss of food. COVID-19 has also caused biodiversity into crisis. 2020 was expected to be super year for nature, with a number of international meetings and negotiation, World Conservation Congress, UN Ocean Conference, and there were so many international conferences on the board, but they have been postponed because of all this coronavirus and its after effects. COVID-19 has also caused change in air pollution, but we cannot forget that climate change is the biggest threat facing humanity over the long term, said United Nations Climate Change Executive Secretary. Due to the coronavirus outbreak, impacts on travel in industry, many regions and the planet as a whole experienced a drop in air pollution. Reducing air pollution can reduce both climate change and COVID-19. The United Nations Change Conference COP26, set to take place in Glasgow in November, will be rescheduled for 2021. COVID-19 is the most urgent threat facing humanity today. That's why the things have been postponed. Carbon dioxide remains in the atmosphere and oceans for centuries. World is committed to continue climate change regardless of any temporary fall in emissions due to coronavirus epidemic, because all these falls are temporary. As the life will be on board, the temperature will go up. Coronavirus has pushed back environmental laws. Like lobby associations indicates for postponement of environmental laws, as I have before told you that the meetings were postponed. So all these things are causing a postpone of the environmental laws as well, or loosening regulations that limit emissions from their facilities. There, as well as we have negative impacts of coronavirus on the economies, we do have positive impacts. Here are things that we have learned, and here are the some certain organizations who got benefit, like pharma industry, disinfectants, protective masks, sterilized gloves, and test laboratories have got benefit due to this coronavirus, because their work and their organizations, they had to work even more because they had to fight back with this disease. Potential environmental cleanliness was also done because of all the coronavirus epidemic. Global carbon emissions during the lockdown measures in early April fell by 17% and could lead to an annual carbon emissions decline of up to 7%, which could be the biggest drop since World War II, according to the researchers. So it's a big drop. UN has 2030 Agenda of Sustainable Development and the Paris Agreement on Climate Change. Coronavirus is a warning to us to mend our broken relationship with nature. In general, during the coronavirus, e-commerce seems to be in a pretty good spot. After all, shoppers that can't go to brick and mortar may turn instead to online shopping. But of course, it's not that simple. E-commerce has proved itself essential in days of social distancing and shut down store fronts. Every brand expedited their e-store efficiencies. Coronavirus has taught us self-hygiene. Yes, we know. You have heard all this a million times already. It bears repeating. There are a lot of things we don't know about this virus, but we do know it spreads through respiratory droplets produced when an infected person coughs or sneezes. Now it's time to pay attention to personal hygiene. Society bond. We learned about social distancing, spending time at our homes with our slogan, "Stay home, stay safe," with our families, and learn to help the needy people by providing them financial assistance during lockdowns. This virus is likely to be with us for many months or years. So developing these habits is good long-term strategy for keeping our community healthy. And don't forget, COVID-19 is not the only germ in town. Seasonal influenza, cold, and other viruses will continue to be a concern. So good hand hygiene and proper disinfection practices are habits that we never go out of season. COVID-19 has also taught us waste management. Yes, we need to manage the waste very well. Waste management is one of the most important sanitary barriers to prevent dissemination of illness and diseases. It is important to recall that the continuity of the waste services is not only for municipal waste, but also for hazardous industrial and healthcare waste. Indeed, responsibility starts from single individual to the nation. There are hobbies everyone has picked up during COVID-19 outbreak, like plantation, cooking, painting, making videos, doing yoga, etc. With strict lockdown, social distancing, or practicing shelter in place during the COVID-19 outbreak made people wonder how to pass the time until businesses reopen and order is restored in the world. If you like my video, please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.